advisable, or in my books, it's not really good. I'm waiting on my X-ray, which is next week. I can't wait. It's like it's been too long, and hopefully the X-ray will show some good results, and maybe I can partially weight bear. I hope. I'm really hoping for fingers crossed some good news. So this week, what has been new is I just contacted a friend of mine who is a physiotherapist, and he lives down on the coast in the Gold Coast in Australia. And he's also an Ashtanga practitioner, so which is great because he knows the need for my ankle in sort of in posture when I do yoga, and he has a better understanding of my requirements and my needs. That's what I want to say. So he has introduced 5 exercises for me to practice every day in terms of my ankle. We did a video consult, and it was just the greatest thing ever because it was funny because when he was I was addressing my issues on swelling, and he's like, oh, you need to elevate your legs and you have to wear the compression sock, which I hate, but I will diligently wear it now since he prescribed it. But he did say I said, oh, is it okay even if I sit up and I just prop my legs up on something higher? And he said, yeah, just put your leg up in Krounchasana if you want. And it's just a funny analogy because I will try and find a photo or a picture of the pose Krounchasana, but it's basically where you sit on your bum and then you have to bring your legs up like as close towards your face as possible. So it is quite a advanced move because you need hip flexibility and you need like a very loose hamstring. And it is also an intermediate pose. It's an intermediate pose in the Ashtanga series. So it was so funny, and I really enjoyed that session with him. And it was actually truly the highlight of my day or my week, to put it that way. But yeah, so I'm starting physio on my own, even before my X-ray. It feels like the immobility in my ankle right now before my X-ray is creating more issues than helping the recovery. And true enough, like my friend did say that the bone healing respond to load, and then yes, we need to give sufficient time for the bone to heal, but we do not want to also be too safe on the side that we are delaying the healing. So I'm trying to find that fine point there to manage the recovery on my own, because whatever dates that the doctor give you is just a projection, but I am my best doctor per se, that I live in this body and I know the symptoms and the conditions and my usage better than someone who has cut me open on my ankle. My non-negotiables, because these are really important for me at this part of my healing, and it helps to support my healing and it gives it structure, and it forms as a milestone as well for me in terms of my healing journey. Mainly I wake up and the first thing I do is I check my control pause, because it is said that when I took the class for Buteyko breathing, the first thing in the morning we have to check our control pause, which is basically just holding the breath and checking your first hold of the day, and that will be what they say your benchmark of your true control pause. So while you're still lying, when you first open your eyes, and thank you. Okay, yeah. And yeah, sorry. So what happened is when you're lying down, and then before you even do any motion or action, you just hold your breath, and as long as it feels comfortable to do so. So the concept of control pause is a pause that's introduced between 2 breaths, and you do it after your exhale and before your next inhale. And to know the fine point of it is, as long as you're holding it and you feel comfortable, and you're not gasping for air for your next inhale, and you still can maintain a good flow and comfortable flow of breath following your control pause, that's your control pause. I might have butchered it, but yeah. So that's what it is. So I measure my control pause first, and then I wake up, and I try not to put the lights on because I'm avoiding any LED or fluorescent or anything lights um, coming through my vision. So I put my red light therapy lights on, and I have a anti-blue light reading lamp, a little snake light reading lamp. So I put those two on. I sit up and I gather my notes, and I do my Buteyko breathing first thing in the morning. I document the time and my control pause, and the first round of this round of Buteyko breathing is a 1 minute pause in between each control pause that is half of your actual length of your control pause. So for example, if your control pause is 10, so in the pause that you're doing in the practice is only 5, and then you take a 1 minute break, and you take and you hold your breath for another 5 seconds, and then you take another minute, and you do it in a succession of 20 rounds, and that makes about half an hour, because you do a meditation, a short meditation just prior to it, just to calm your nerves and to also prime your breath, and then you finish off with maybe 3 or 5 minutes kind of wind down session, maybe a meditation if you want to, and then you take your final control pause at the end. And if you are gasping for air, then you know that you're doing something wrong. So the whole point is to breathe as calmly as possible, as light as possible, not the thoracic breath, but diaphragmatic breath, but very, very calm. So if you don't know, the EFT tapping is a tapping to throughout a few specific point in your body, and you recite or you say some phrase along with it. There's a specific way to say it, and I will link a video. I have been following this video by Julia Schiffman. She has a great video on sports injury, which I really enjoy, and it really had helped me in terms of managing my moods and managing my expectations morning when you wake up. So yeah, I will put a link as well, and you can have a look. She has some great videos, and I just love EFT tapping. It really calms the mind down in a way that is tangible, and you can feel how much you are able to let go just by reciting the words and going through the points as well. So after the EFT tapping, it depends on how my sleep is. Then I might or might not journal, because I usually journal at night, and morning is not usually a time where I journal. So for example, if I had a really shitty sleep, I will journal, because I know, because when I have bad sleep, my mind ruminates a lot. So then when I wake up after I finish my breathing and my EFT tapping, then I'll write down whatever was bugging me. Otherwise, I usually do it at night, because that's where I let go of what happened during the day. I also have to mention that I think I did say that I put my red light therapy on. The red light therapy is mainly for my ankle. It's a very mobile, a small little portable device that I have. I bought it on a website called Bon Chance or something, but it is a great little device. I just put the red light therapy on my ankle. Sometimes I put it on both sides, or mainly on my heel, while I was doing the Buteyko breathing and the EFT tapping on my journaling. And then once all this is done, it will be about maybe 45 minutes, an hour later. Then I will put the lights on, and I will first do my oil pulling. I love oil pulling. It's the great way to keep my dental health. It's good for whitening the teeth, and I feel I get less tartar and cavities from after I've done oil pulling. So maybe I will do about 5 or 10 minutes of it, and then I put the hot water kettle on, and I will put a pinch of Celtic sea salt in a cup and put some warm water in it. So once I finish my oil pulling, I will spit it out, not in the toilet or the sink, but I will spit it out in the trash. I will gargle my mouth first with the Celtic sea salt water, and then I will drink out the rest of it. This is the best way to replenish electrolytes. If you don't know what Celtic sea salt is, you can use Himalayan sea salt as well. I think it will have the same benefit, but it is the sea salt and the salt that I've mentioned has the best way of replenishing the electrolytes, which is so important because you lose electrolytes in daily activities from sleep. Yeah, so I did mention that I journal. So I have actually 3 journals with me, 3 notebooks per se, not 3 journals, but I have one that is mainly for journaling, like I write my thoughts, what happened during the day. But I find this is the best way for me to compartmentalize some stuff, because as much as I want to document everything, I don't want it to be all in one thing, the book, because what I have is, maybe I'll just show you guys. I'll just bring it out with. Okay, I'm back. I just went and got the book, so it's just easier to show you guys. So this orange one is my actual journal. I like it in a square line. Is that what they call? It's not like single line, it's square. I just prefer the grid on this to write, and yeah, I like it this way. This is quite nice. I got it really cheaply on one of the website online. And then this one is the one that I talk about, where I put down all my like to do, like for Buteyko, wake up in the morning. I can put the dates as well and the weather, and also I use this check boxes for my Buteyko ones. Like you can see, like today I've done this ones. I just take out the 10 on top as my control breath, and the 12 below is just what my control pause was. Sorry, control pause, not control breath. Yeah, at the end of it. So, and then I'll put down what I did as well, like if I do Buteyko, like if I did Buteyko, or if I do other stuff here. So this one is the second one, and then this is just the third one, where I just brain dump, and I don't mind having writing badly, or I don't have to beautify it, and I just put my ideas on it. So yeah, I have 3. There's just a lot of activities here today, so sorry. I just thought it would be nice to sit out and record this, because everything is in the room and it's so stuffy sometimes, and it's nice to be outside even though there's a lot of traffic. But yeah, so the next thing I want to talk about is my sleep. Sleep has, for the longest time, it hasn't been the greatest for me. I was an air stewardess for 9 years prior to moving to Australia. So sleep from then has never been the best anyways, because all the red eye flights. I was young back then, so there wasn't a need to really be on top of my health, so I was just banking on it. And then I moved to Australia and started teaching yoga. It was okay, a bit better, but there was something still not there. Struggling with my sleep, and I have to admit that I have very bad habits when it comes to priming for my sleep before sleep. Like I like to scroll on the phone, and I watch some Chinese dramas, and sometimes if the Chinese drama is very enticing, it robs my sleep, because I get into the mode where I binge on the dramas a lot. So that is my one guilty pleasure, which is why right now at this stage of my recovery, I feel a bit more structure in my daily routine, and trying to create this really healthy habit for myself in terms of recovery, in terms of priming my body to be able to walk again. It will help to also manage my sleep as well, and be more disciplined in that way. So the one biggest thing that I got from the Buteyko breathing is my sleep did definitely got better, because I do it once in the morning when I wake up, and I do it once another time before I sleep. Not right before my sleep, but I will do it at evening time. So I do time it about 12 hours apart. And another thing about the red light therapy is that at night I also try not to put the LED and the fluorescent lights on, like the room lights. I always try and put the red light, the anti blue lights on. So I have this, like I said, I have this reading light that is red light, and that's for reading and also not having any blue light around me, because like I said, I'm already on the phone a lot. So I think as much as possible, if I can reduce as much other blue light as possible, I will do it. So that's my way of compensating being on the phone. Ever since this injury, I've been watching my diet quite a lot. And so in terms of my diet, there are just some minor changes. I'm quite conscious eating to start off with, although I'm a foodie. I have to say, I'm from Singapore, and you can't be Singaporean and not be a foodie. I don't think that is a thing. But yeah, I was eating, now I'm eating a lot of fish, sardines, and yeah, more fish and more vegetables. I reduced a lot of my processed food like chips, crackers. I try to eat nuts. So what I'm doing is to up my calcium and protein intake, and also to continue to have fiber. On top of that, I do take supplements like creatine, which at my age I think I really need to stay on top of that. I do take protein shake. That's a really good brand that I found that doesn't give me any digestive issues. Any of those supermarket brands or the health food brand, still there's too much additive in it, so I try not to take that ones. So there's one brand that I love, and it's from New Zealand, and it's the just pure whey, no additive, nothing, no whatever. So I that doesn't give me upset stomach. And of course, I'm still taking supplements for calcium, vitamin D, vitamin C. There's one for joints and bone and tissue as well. And I just started taking reishi drops. Reishi is really good for recovery as well. And at night, I do have my usual concoction, which I've been taking for a while just to support my sleep: magnesium, ashwagandha, GABA as well, and I've introduced glycine lately into the mix, and also L-theanine. It sounds a lot. It sounds a lot, just because I think sleep is so important, and having quality sleep as well. So I really hope to get on top of it and get good sleep as much as possible if I can. It's one of those books that has a really catchy title, and you either really can be really drawn to it or not. So it's Robin Sharma, like everybody, I think everybody knows him, and the book he wrote, his the monk who stole his Ferrari. I recently watched a video on his YouTube channel, and it's about the Four Interior Empire, and it just spoke to me almost immediately. Like, I put it on repeat for like 3 times after, just to really get the gist of it. I will put the link in the description. Go and have a watch. This is really amazing, and I'm planning to get more of his materials or keep watching more of his stuff that he has on YouTube. But basically, what is he's talking about in this video, the Four Interior Empire, it talks about mindset first of all, and having a great mindset is the foundation to a pathway of mastery. But mindset is not the only thing. It's just a quarter, is to prime your mindset in the morning. And priming your mindset will be able to help you to lay the foundation of what you're going to achieve. Your mindset is going to help you to develop your attitude to be a positive thinker. Robin Sharma used this word possibilitarian, possibility and tarian. So it's such a great word. Like, it's not just to create just positive mindset, which is at some point can be toxic, but you also want to develop the attitude that anything is possible, and anything is possible for you and everything else. And that is just such a great concept. He also said that while everything is mindset, which is the basis of this 4 interior empire of history makers, there are 3 other ones that is equally important and has equal placing, because mindset is only 20%, 25% according to him. The next one is heart set. So heart set is about, in the gist of it, it's about letting go, or letting it be, just like this van that just rode past. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's about letting go of toxicity, letting go of this vicious cycle of victimhood, and just going with the flow and not getting stuck, feeling freedom and release, the need to be kind, the need to feel open. So through meditation, through journaling, through being out in nature, these are the things that help to cultivate your heart set, according to Robin. And it's such a great way of reconnecting with yourself, reconnecting with your true self in that way. The third one is, I think you might have guessed it, health set. So what is wealth without health? And taking care of your health comes with it, from everything from eating right, supplementing yourself if you need to, be in nature, breathe, and the predecessor, which is mindset and heart set, will help with your health set. Because you can take all the supplements you want, you can eat all the great healthy food you want, but if your mind and your heart is not healthy, you're not going to be able to enjoy your health. And the last one, if you haven't guessed it, is soul set. What a beautiful word. Okay, I know I keep saying it, but it blows my mind. It's enlightening. So you need to nourish your soul. You need to be connected to yourself. You need to be aware. You need to be comfortable by yourself. You need to enjoy your own company. Yeah, I mean, how often do you take yourself out for dinner by yourself? No. If you're always seeking someone else to be your company, is just a form of distraction. A distraction towards yourself. Do you not like your own company? So I won't say that I have it all figured out, just, poof, with this one video I'm enlightened. No, it is a start. Awareness is a start. In this healing journey so far, I must say that it's not linear. There's full of ups and downs. There are days or weeks that I feel motivated, I'm inspired, and there are days where I just want to curl up in bed. But I accept those days as much as the good days, because it's all part of it. It's all part of the healing journey. It's not about cherry picking what's good and just discarding what's bad, because the good and the bad forms a whole. And when I look back, I want to be able to say that I went through this healing journey in the most holistic way possible. And I'm I want to be proud of it. So yeah, so just to wrap up this week's video, I spoke a lot. Um, just let me know which part do you enjoy, which part do you prefer, what would you like to see more of, and let me know. Yeah, so thank you. Bye.